A place where we bring you stories that don't get told to the mainstream media, Afro issues. Abortion is a very sensitive topic. We have the religious point of view and the societal point of view. This is what I'll be discussing today with Barrister Sam.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And Pastor Ademola.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Why is it that religion is against abortion, Pastor Ademola?
Thank you once again for having me in the studio. Religion, particularly Christianity, right, against abortion. What's abortion itself? Maybe if we can start there, then we now know how religion comes into the play. Abortion itself, it's a deliberate murder, termination of human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. So, looking at that, it's a deliberate murder, it's a deliberate termination of human pregnancy, the formation of another being coming into life. God himself have already talked about procreation. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and have dominion. He had given us in an abundant way and manner. And so, if we are to go by the definition or the meaning of abortion, just like I've said, deliberate, orchestrated murdering, termination, reducing it, not allowing it to come. It's like it's against the law of nature, what God really wants us to do. So that's why the way I can really put it for now, as in the faith, the Christian faith, by virtue of God's proclamation concerning human procreation, it's not acceptable, it's not allowed, it's not.
Barrister Sam, is the society also against abortion?
Well, it depends on the site that's against abortion.
Okay.
You know, our laws, particularly in Nigeria, our laws are against it, but they give exceptions where abortion is allowed.
Okay.
And like the saying goes, every rule without an exception is no rule.
Okay.
You know, looking at it from the societal point of view, there are instances where abortion is allowed. You know, those instances can be categorized under two broad headings. Like where the life of the mother is involved, you can abort. And again, for the society, for the good of the society, there are sometimes it's allowed to abort the child. Now I'm going to, let me say particularly where the life of the mother is involved. There are instances, that's what they call ectopic pregnancy. That is where the pregnancy, where the fetus is likely to endanger the life of the mother. So in such instances, are you going to kill or let the fetus go? Are you going to let a human being go? And that is where categorically it is necessary and it is important and it is allowed that the mother should abort the child.
So, Pastor Ademola, are you still against abortion with what he said, or are you saying that you're totally against abortion in all angles? There is no reason why one should abort a baby, or is there?
Just like Barrister, okay, not total, just like Barrister have said. Every rule without an exception is no rule.
Okay.
But looking at the faith of Christians concerning abortion, thank God for development that we have these days, that you can check, you can do scan and all the rest like that. You're talking of abortion in the light of a marriage, in the light of the real sense of its formation. In Christendom, what are we saying? You are not expected to conceive until when you're married, until when there is an agreement between a man and a woman. They are already together, they are in it. That is the ideal one that Barrister is talking about. Ectopic pregnancy, we all know that if it's not well formed, things like that, doctors will advise and all the rest. But even looking at the hypocritic oaths that the doctors swear to when they are to graduate in the medical school, it's clearly stated there that they are not in any way going to take human life. It's clearly said it variants the oath which established basic guidelines for medical ethics are taken by virtue of graduating medical students. It's original translated. I took pain to look at it. I said, I will not give a lethal drug to anyone, mark that, anyone, if I am asked, nor will I advise such a plan, and similarly, I will not give women a pessary to cause an abortion. That's the hope that they swear to.
But these babies grow in a woman's body. Don't you think they have the right to decide if they want this baby or not?
It grows in a woman's body.
Yeah.
A right to decide, a right to conceive, or a right to decide to take it. Because we are talking about a life.
I have issues with pastor's definition of abortion. One, the first issue I have is he has the view that abortion is when the baby is 24 months in the pregnancy.
Like 28 weeks, less than 28 weeks.
For God's sake, a baby can be formed under 4 weeks. So 28 weeks is not the definition.
I'm only saying under 28 weeks. Anything done under 28 weeks,
okay,
it's abortion.
Okay, then my second issue.
Because it takes 37 weeks to confirm to deliver.
Okay.
Between 28 and if it comes, it could be premature, but it could be
already
formed.
There is this view. I don't know whether I would call it a fib or a fact that in Christianity is totally against abortion. If I could go from the book of Matthew to Revelation, I didn't see anywhere where Jesus Christ was particularly against it, where Jesus Christ mentioned abortion. I don't think it was categorically stated anywhere in the Bible, But just because of people want to be on the safe side and say, okay, let's not do this thing because these things are not right. But Jesus Christ never condemned it outrightly.
Okay. Sorry for continuing, Barrister. You're talking about Jesus never said. See, all those things in the Bible, it depends on how you yourself, you eventually take it. Okay. You interpret it. Joseph himself, when he was getting married to, he was being espoused to Mary. Okay. Mary had already conceived. We all know the stories of Holy Spirit visiting Mary and all the rest like that. And what happened? Joseph was ready. In this modern day, definitely Joseph would have said, go and terminate that pregnancy. That's if she's still going to have her as a wife. But because the angel of the Lord appeared unto Joseph in a vision.
Okay. But
Joseph did not do that.
That's a misdirection. Joseph wanted to run because he felt Mary betrayed him, not because of Mary.
Could be abortion.
No. He wanted to run away because if I knew that when he knew that Mary was conceived,
he did not want to put her to shame.
Put her to shame because he already, in the Jewish law, then if you get conceived out of wedlock, you'll be stoned.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. It's different from abortion. It's different from go and abort your child. Okay. You understand? So it could misconstrue that the young girl is flirtatious, the young girl is not decent, the young lady is somebody that is she's a philanderer, all that. But it doesn't, or she's not decent. But it doesn't mean that it's totally against abortion.
Sorry. Don't let's get this thing right. I mean, wrong against the Christendom thing.
No. People, Christianity now, like pastors or
there is a law. We have a commandment.
There is no law, particularly in the Bible.
Commandment that says, "Thou shalt not kill."
Now, there are a lot of laws in the commandments that when Jesus Christ came,
yes.
When you talk about Christianity, if you look at the commandment of the law, where they are talking about is both the Jews. Are there. They are totally different from when they call Christianity are Christian-like. Okay. Like because the name Christianity was
Christ-like
in Antioch, Christ-like.
Yes.
Now Christians follow the tenet of what Jesus Christ teaches.
Yes.
And now Jesus Christ, who is the Alpha and Omega of Christianity, did not come and say he is against abortion.
He's against he was never life is in the blood.
No, he was never particularly against abortion. And now there is conception where you say abortion is murder. I don't think abortion is murder. A fetus is not a child.
That is the dictionary meaning. I didn't define it.
So you're saying
that's the dictionary meaning of abortion. It's a murder. It's a deliberate.
You can't call a fetus now. When you say a murder, you're a murder human being. A fetus is different from a human being.
What's the difference?
You understand?
What's the difference?
As this is not yet ripe for human. A fetus can't walk. He can't talk. He can't act as a human being. If I would have given a proper definition of human being from what the Black Law Dictionary says.
What you are saying is what I will not accept, because a fetus is not just a potential life, but is a life with a potential. Because when it comes to play, it's not at 9 months that it comes to play. That's a formation. Jeremiah was in the womb. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 6. The word of God says that from your mother's womb I knew you. And while you were well formed, I already separated you, a prophet to the nation. So you are saying he has not started working, he has not started prophesying, he has not started singing, he has not started standing in gap. But from that futures, it has been said that this is what it will be.
You begin to say somebody is a human being when the person is out of the mother's womb.
So carrying out abortion is not taking the life.
You can't call it a life. That is why they can't.
That is a life.
You can call a baby a human being, but you cannot call a fetus a human being. There is a distinction between that. A baby has
so carrying out abortion is not a mother.
A baby is still under the apron strings of the womb of the mother. He's still under the woman.
That's
just like
you
can have a mother now and have a baby. If you kill the baby, the mother is still alive. If you kill the mother, the baby is still alive. But once it's a fetus, the moment you kill the mother, the baby is gone. Both of them are intertwined.
Not always.
No.
If we have had cases of a mother that
if you kill
an accident that was in a kind of state of coma,
if the fetus is still
and she's still alive.
Let's assume it's 2 months pregnancy now.
Yes.
And let's assume it's 2 months pregnancy.
Okay.
Once you kill the mother, the fetus is gone. There is a massive, huge distinction
between
a baby and the fetus.
No.
Where you can kill. Let me give you an instance. You can kill the mother. You can kill the mother and the baby is still alive. You can kill the baby and the mother is still alive. But once it's a fetus, once it's a fetus, if you kill the baby, if you kill the mother,
and
the baby is still alive.
That's why you give a preferential treatment to a pregnant woman. Because she's no longer she's not just about one.
The fetus is dependent on this for the survival, for his or her survival, on the basis of the growth of the mother being alive. Yes. But a baby can live independent of the mother. There are plethora of motherless babies home where they are separated from the mother. Yes. You can have a baby now. To my own definition and understanding, a human being comes when you can distinct it from the mother.
I will still.
For God's sake,
that is why from the day one. Nowadays, even from a week, you can know whether it's going to be a male child or a female child.
A male fetus or a female fetus. It's not yet a child. Let's have that in our mindset. It's still most people will tell you, okay, they want to make it look sanctimonious or cover it with the cloak of humanity. Yeah. But I don't think, and I know.
But that's where we get it wrong. If you can't protect a fetus, then you can't protect a baby. Because a baby will not just come suddenly.
No, the baby is dependent
from fetus to zygote. These are the periodic stage of growth.
So, are you trying to say that a woman has the right to decide if she wants this baby or not?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So you are saying that abortion is not committing murder?
Abortion is not murder. You can put me anywhere. They are distinct life. I equally don't think Christianity is against it, because the Bible never said abort a child anywhere.
Have you seen the dangers of taking a life? People say you take a life, and from the dictionary it says you're taking a life. So why are you trying to tell us now that this thing you call, or these humans are no longer babies?
Like I said, you don't call them humans or say baby. They are still fetus.
Okay, so when you don't see them
because they are still reliant for their survival. They are still dependent on their mother for them to survive.
I am still repeating
but a baby can survive independent of the mother.
What you are saying?
For God's sake, why would you commit murder?
No, if the laws will be.
You are saying the fetus is a potential life. It's not a life.
Yes, it's a potential.
But I am saying that the fetus is a life with a potential. Okay. Not just a potential life that will eventually become a life, but it's a life already full of potentials if only allowed to come to play.
Yes, but
and so you can't reckon the life of a potential.
As at that time, if you say don't kill a baby, or a mother should not have the right to decide.
Yeah.
Now you're saying that the mother should not even have the right to have sex. The mother should not even have the right to use contraceptives.
Which mother are we talking about here? In marriage. In marriage. a normal
marriage.
A normal marriage.
Yes, you can say
marriage.
if you are going to go against it, you are going to go against family planning. You are going to go against a mother using contraceptive.
No.
You are going to go against a mother having sex.
That's
going to say, okay,
all these
does
things
not have
are
the
things
right.
that I actually thought about before coming for this presentation.
Okay.
We are not talking about caution, precautions. We are not talking about guidance. Things that will make it not come to aborting.
Okay.
If it's contraceptive, that is normal.
I
know why we always withdraw before you.
So that is even a worse sin than an abortion.
No.
Now I'm telling you, if you are saying abortion is wrong, you are not going to say a baby should not. The mother, you are going to control a full adult, not to have sex, not to control whether or not to take in.
See, there are ways.
But people could die in the case of abortion.
That is why abortion is no. When you use quack professionally, that is why I'm going to the next Senate now. I should be able to propose a bill where the law should be allowed, abortion should be allowed. In medical schools, they should be allowed to carry out abortion, because a law where the people or where people go behind, as a law that people cannot respect, is no law. Just like now they tell you, let me give you an instance where they say, okay, you are not allowed to breathe, or you are not allowed to do certain things that are necessary to your life. These are not laws. Our law saying that abortion is illegal is wrong.
What?
Let me learn. These are laws that are not tenable, because right now there are, if you use an agent provocator, most medical facilities, most hospitals, they usually perform this abortion, and that is when people go resort to quack. But if you allow it out, a mother should be able to say, okay, I want to decide whether my fetus should come to become a baby or not.
Initially, that the Hippocratic oath that the medical student or medical
yes, you mentioned about
those swear to, it is clearly stated that they are not going to take human life. I had to check it, that what is the stand of this law on abortion, and that's what I read for you, that said, I will not give lethal drug to anyone if I am asked, nor will I advise such a plan, and similarly I will not give a woman a pessary to cause an abortion.
That is why I say that law is immoral.
This is what I am saying.
Conscience.
This is what I'm saying.
It's not justified.
If we are talking about a marriage, a home that is well formed,
okay,
a marriage that is well formed,
okay,
it is not at that point that you're going to be saying that you want to abort or terminate.
Oh yeah, let me give.
Because you're like saying free sex for all. At any time you feel like having it, go get it.
Because they are adults, they should be able to have sex.
Okay,
but
any adult.
But
Christian is again that the only
while this abortion,
that
you
is,
still
that,
target
that is when it is not professionally done.
So
do you know why our ladies are exposed to such things? Because when you go to a medical house or a medical facility or a hospital, you see the doctors pretending. They don't want to do it because they are scared that the person might be an agent provocator. Those ladies will now go and meet a quack who will do it. It is difficult for a professional to conduct abortion on a lady, and the lady gets her own damaged or ruptured.
So you don't believe that even if
it's done medically and professionally,
what you are telling me now,
yes,
is out of profession or out of professional whatever professionalism. Thank you. Once it's done professionally, a lady cannot lose her womb.
No, she cannot lose her womb.
Do you agree with that?
I'm not saying I'm against that, because there are issues of saving lives. Like it rightly started with ectopic pregnancy, or probably the family planning thing. Maybe they did not have plan for such things. It depends on the agreement between the wife and the husband. We are not only talking about a woman now going to say I want to abort.
Okay.
If the agreement comes between the husband and the wife,
okay,
of course the agreement, there is no law that will come against the two of them saying that we no one. But we are saying
generally our laws is against abortion, whether it is
our laws is against family. But when the husband is there and the wife is there, that this is what we want to do, we are not going. Okay. Even I remember by space I have 4 children. Okay. When it got to 3, we didn't have a plan for the 4th one.
Okay.
But what happened? She was so sober. She wasn't really herself.
Okay.
But of course, because there is a vision, that's what I was saying the other time, that where there is no vision, people will lose control. There will be perishing. Because when the vision is there, it's a vision that will drive you. Before I had my fourth one, there was a scripture that was given to me, Psalm 84 verse 11, that says that I will give you grace and glory. Of course, the end part of that scripture says, and no good thing will I withhold back. I was not particular about that. So I got the second girl, Grace, the one, Glory Ogolua. Then, when that one came, I said, but we are not planning for this. The cycle itself makes it that it's not every time you have sex with your wife that she's going to be pregnant. Definitely, she will conceive. When that period passes, she's not going to, no matter what you do, it's not going to be, it's there. And so you can avoid coming together at that point in time, even without condom, even without other pills and all the rest. Like when you follow that timetable, the nature, the nature itself, it's there. It's not every time you meet your wife that because 24 hours after it will go. So I asked her and I said, I should go and check that scripture that no good thing will I withhold back from those that walk upright. And we allowed the girl. Myself and the girl, we are the best of friends. 8 years going now, and we are the best of friends. What am I saying? If there is no vision, people will make light of the fetus just like you're doing, sir. Okay. You say it's like despising the days of little beginning.
Okay. Barrister Sam, I believe you know that these babies that they are aborting can grow to become something tomorrow. They can even be the people to fix Nigeria. This baby can even grow to become the next Dangote you are saying now.
Let me start by saying that no one has the spirit of clairvoyance to be able to know what the fetus will be, first of all. And the issue of aborting a child should not be dependent on him or what the baby will be or not. As at that time, it should be one, about the safety of the mother, two, about the ability of the mother to take care of the baby, three, about the society generally. Now, when you talk about being the next Dangote, the baby can still be the next Hitler who murdered over 6 million Jews. The baby can still be the next Shakaru who murdered so many people. So there are a lot of reasons for that. It's not a one-way traffic thing. You understand? In fact, when you look about people that they want to abort, they have caused more damages to the society than people that they don't want to abort. For God's sake, the mother of Dangote wanted to give birth to Dangote.
Yeah.
So she gave birth to Dangote.
Okay.
But the mother of Hitler never wanted to give birth to Hitler. Yeah. You understand? The mother of Shekaru never wanted. These are babies that they naturally never wanted to give birth to.
Yeah. So Pastor Sam, Pastor Ademole, sorry to call you Sam. In the case of rape, are you still against abortion?
In the case of rape, let's get this clear. Abortion comes, I said 28 weeks before delivery, or in the course of the conception, gestation period. When a rape happens, the first thing you're expected to do is to go and do clean up in the hospital. Immediately. You don't wait.
What if you don't have access to clean up in the hospital?
The facility will be there.
Well, there are people of rape victims who don't have access.
No, that's why they thank God for Lagos State. You are saying that they should shout out. They should let it be known. It should not be hidden. Let people know you've been raped. And they are creating facilities for them to go and talk now.
I can tell you for free. There are people who are not aware. There are people who are still tied down by the stigma to it, and there are people who feel that they see results to
if the person is tied down to it, but he knows where a quack is to go and abort, then that person, it's a deceit. But what we are saying is that when rape happens, it should not be concealed.
Ironclad certainty that when you go and clean up, take prevention, all these drugs that they take, that the baby is going to stop. A baby that will come, some of them still defy these drugs. So you understand?
We are saying when it happens, immediately it happens. We are looking at an ideal situation now. Something that is not concealed, something that is not hidden. We are looking at a society, what will be embraced by the society. We are not saying something that will give some other people that really wants to engage in such act to continue. We are talking an ideal situation. Okay, a rape comes up, even with a married woman. Am I saying someone that is married, has a home, have a normal home? Okay. Oh, armed robbers came, they raped, things like that. They will first go and clean up. Don't let it happen. Prevention, abstinence.
I understand. When you mean clean up, do you mean taking contraceptive?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to do. What do you exactly mean? What clean up you're talking about?
The word clean up is generally.
What I'm saying.
You're not being specific.
Okay, let me make myself clear now. Clean up means go check a doctor, let them whatever has come
Is
into
it
you
as regards
by
to
way of
infection
the-
or as regards to
it could be
prevention of pregnancy?
prevention of the
But that
pregnancy.
is even what the Bible is against too, because the case of Hannah is a prototypical example.
Clean
Listen,
up does not
I'm not
mean
talking
if
about-
the person it has conceived, it has stayed, it has the sperm has fertilized the egg.
Okay.
Are you getting me? It has the eggs have not been fertilized. As in, if it happens now,
So in other words, clean up.
the
is-
next treatment is
when
like
you
a first
talk about- when you
aid.
talk about clean up,
It's like a first
you are not
aid.
saying clean up is use contraceptive to prevent pregnancy.
No, you
Is that
go
what
to
mean?
hospital. It depends on what the doctor.
No, I'm looking at you now as a
No.
doctor. Let me put yourself in the shoe of being a doctor.
Okay.
When a child, a mother, a woman is raped, a married woman is raped,
Okay.
and you are saying she should go for clean up. Are you saying she should go for clean up with respect to taking contraceptive? Is that the word you're using?
It depends on what the doctor will.
No,
advise.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Hold on, there is the sound. I get what you're saying. I want you to be straight. I want you to point this thing. I need to know what you mean by cleanup. Is this cleanup abortion, or is it the use of, or are you in support of the use of taking contraceptive?
I purposely use that word clean up. It's used on purpose in the sense that it could mean not contraceptive. It could mean washing of the womb, cleaning of the womb or whatever that is there.
So
Because you already know.
it does not include prevention of the pregnancy.
Of course, it must include the prevention of pregnancy.
Okay.
Because that's the initial stage of formation of egg. That's like we are talking about
what you're
24
saying.
hours.
So what you're saying is that they should prevent the pregnancy.
It's better prevented than
Okay.
I see abortion. Let me make some high point in this interview.
Hold on.
Let me make some high
Sorry
point
to
in
cut
this
you short.
interview.
Hold on, let me cut you short here. Forget about the prevention. Just be straight down. In the case of rape, yes, rape. If maybe you tried preventing the baby and the baby still came, I'm asking now, based on you, I know, yes, you're a pastor, and I know you have a child. I know you have a female child. In the case of this, your daughter, I'm not saying your daughter, but in that case, she's raped,
He's a
and
pastor,
you
he has
tried,
no
no,
daughters.
and you tried all your best to prevent this baby from coming, and the baby still came. Will you still say she should have the baby? You won't recommend abortion?
Of course, she will have the baby. Like I was trying to say, is it a rape? We are looking at rape now.
Yeah.
Looking at
It's
rape.
not our fault. It's not our making. And I, as a person, someone that have submitted to the will of God,
And you believe-
I will believe all things will work together.
And
for
you
good.
believe,
and I will not stop that.
sorry to cut you short too. And you
Can I
believe your
say
daughter,
something?
sorry, don't cut me short. You believe your daughter don't have the right to say if she wants that baby or not.
No,
In the case of rape,
she's not married.
yes.
She's under my roof.
Yeah.
She's still my baby. We're not looking at age yet, depending on the age.
But she's an adult.
Yeah.
She's an adult above 18.
Yes.
Oh, my own daughter is not yet 18. But assuming all these are there,
Yeah.
I've said it, train up a child the way she will go, and she will not deviate, she will not depart from it. If she believes there is a will of God for her life, if she believes there is a vision, if she believes there is a purpose, Bible says there are many devices in man's heart, but nevertheless it is the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. So if all this he has been imbibed by her, she will decide what to do. But definitely she will know that what she's carrying is a life, and she cannot murder another life.
What if she don't agree with you by that?
It will not be me again. You know, you just said that she's an adult.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
has the right to decide on her own.
Okay, so
Of
now
course,
I've gotten what I wanted. Now you are saying that she have the right to decide if she wants to keep the baby or not.
Of course, as an adult, she will be doing that. But thank God for what I will have already imbibed in her. She will know that she's carrying a life she can't abort. Whatever had made that happen, because there is no way God cannot use to ensure that he engage a person in the journey of life.
Barrister Sam, you said that any, I don't know if to call it thing, because a human cannot be called thing.
A fetus.
But you say, okay, you said the fetus. A fetus is not a baby. You are trying to tell us that anything in the womb is not yet a human
Yes.
until it's out.
Yes.
Pastor, do you agree with me?
No, I don't agree with that. Of course, I've said that again and again, that I won't subscribe to that, in the sense that it's not just a potential life, but it's a life with a potential.
Okay, no,
And
sorry.
that I've used Jeremiah as an example, that from the womb, God have said, I knew you from the womb.
Let me
Sorry, Barrister.
And then it's not just a thing.
In the case of rape,
Okay.
I'm asking the same question now.
Okay.
In the case of rape,
Okay.
are you against or with fetus? You don't want to call it baby.
Yes.
You are calling it
That's
fetus.
the natural one.
Yeah, you don't want to call you made us believe now, or you are trying to make me believe that anything in the womb is not a human but a fetus.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that. So are you trying to tell me that in the case of abortion or in the case of rape, you are with taking out this fetus because you don't want to call it a baby?
100%. Once is a forced sex, that's what rape is. And you are forcing me. You cannot force the mother to keep the baby. If you are unable to, if you force her to have sex, you cannot force her to keep the baby.
So you are 100% with the idea that a woman has the right to
100%,
to keep
100%.
or to take out
100%.
that
Yes,
fetus.
100%.
Okay.
Can I give a real life situation now? There's also an analogy. Sometimes last 2017, a newly married woman was raped in front of her husband, and along the line she was enjoying the sex. So the husband got angry because he witnessed it live, and because of that, he asked the woman to go back to her parents' house. Now let's give an instance. If that woman conceived, as a husband, will you let that baby keep? Will you want to keep the baby? It's absolutely wrong. Even in the Bible, when Sarah asked Abraham to have sex, to go and meet Hagar, his wife, his maid, the Lord came to Abraham and said, no, this is not what I promised you. I promised you your own child, that you are going to be the father of many nations. I don't think God will allow my wife or allow somebody that I know to have a baby from forced sex. It's not possible. If he's going to give me a child, he's going to give me a child from my own waist. He's going to give me a child that I believe that he sees his destiny, his prophecy is going to be from me.
God has a way of taking care of any fault, any error in humanity. David did the same thing to Bathsheba. She conceived. I'm sure you know the scripture. She conceived. The baby came. They gave birth. I think about 7 years, I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And God eventually died.
And God allowed to punish the baby for the sins of David. And
No, the baby died. That's God for you.
God
told David that I will not allow this baby to live.
So tell you how God
That's God for you.
about the act.
God supervises.
God has to make sure that the baby died.
But do you know that Bathsheba could have gone to terminate that prayer? If not that she wanted to come to the
Bathsheba failed to heed. I believe that God would have asked Bathsheba to do the needful.
Needful.
The needful would have been to abort. But when Bathsheba failed to abort the baby, God had to kill.
So now you are calling the need to abort.
Yes, God felt that Bathsheba should have aborted that baby. David cried. David wept.
Yeah.
David, in fact, he fasted.
And God said no.
He poured ashes, and God had to allow that baby to die.
It is only God that has the power to kill and to make alive. Have you read that in your scripture? That is only God that has the power to kill and to make alive.
And God has said that
He has not given it unto us. Wisdom.
He gave us God to do the
wisdom.
needful. And Bathsheba failed to do the needful. God now did the needful by making sure that.
But why wouldn't you allow God to do it? Why will you take laws to your hand? The laws of God are thou shalt not kill.
That is why I said He has allowed you to do a lot of things. Wisdom is profitable. For what? For use. When Bathsheba did not make use of it, to show you how wrong, how angry God was.
Maybe Bathsheba enjoyed that sex, like you said.
It might have
like you said, the analogy you gave. Maybe she enjoyed it. And of course, Uriah was killed in the war. You know, David eventually killed Uriah. So maybe there was no other husband again for her.
The sex,
not to lose on both sides. She submitted.
The sex David did with Bathsheba was naturally a rape.
A rape, but
Bathsheba
was not shouting.
No, he must not shout. If I put gun on your head and say I want to have sex with you, I've raped you. Yeah. Because it was not from your consent. Yeah. If I say I'm going to do this to you, if you don't give me sex, I've raped you. Rape must not be when I beat you to do it. David used what they call undue influence.
Yes.
His position
I agree with
so
that.
when David raped the baby child, the woman, Bathsheba, and maybe because Bathsheba was scared that if she aborted the baby, David will be angry as a king. But God, in His own power, has to do what ought to have been done. Publicly, God will support
In
rape
other
from an
words,
illegal conception.
God can exterminate, can do and undo.
What I'm saying that
When
God
such
Thank you,
issues
thank
like that,
you,
God
thank you, thank you, thank you.
ruining,
God
Thank you,
supported
very
abortion
sir.
in that instance.
Yeah,
that is one of
thank
the instances
you,
where God
thank
said,
you.
that is one of the instances where God allowed abortion.
Yeah, thank you.
What I'm
Sorry,
saying
sorry
is
to cut
that-
it short, Pastor Adekunle. We are running out of time, and I know that if I leave you people will talk to tomorrow without coming to a conclusion on this. But let's leave the viewers to keep the comments coming. Thanks for having you in our studio today. We do appreciate you. Still on Afro Issues. See you next time. Bye.
Pleasure to you, very much.